Hi, today we'll look at how to convert this simple Notion form into PDF files. So the background, we have got a prayer sign up form, and once we fill in all the details in this particular form and we click on submit, the responses will go to the responses side of the database over here. I have already added two submissions out of the particular form, and now I'm looking to create a PDF file out of the submission that we have over here. For this, I'll be using a tool known as PDF Output. This will help me produce PDF files on automation from Google Document with the help of a Notion database. So I already have this database available where I have all the fields already created. I need to add a document for this, which will be my template file that can be used for the automation setup. You can create any documents with this setup, such as reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, or even quotations for your business. Let's click on create PDF and quickly sign in over here, and then we will understand how the automation will work. So I'm going to quickly sign in with one of my account, and then we will see how the remaining steps for the automation will work. So first thing that we need to add is the database, which we already have over here. Once the database is added, we need to add a document for the database, which can be the template file. And finally, we need to map all the properties of the database one by one onto the document to create the PDF file. So let's start with adding the database. Let's click on add Notion database. And for this, we need to copy the title of the database from here. So let me copy the title of the database from here. And we need to enter the database title right inside the selection screen. Click on select pages and just put the database title right inside here. And now you will be able to add the particular database from this selection. Click on this and the prayer sign up form is added for your use case. So always enter the database title inside the search pages and then add it. Do not add the database by selecting these top level pages from here, because doing that your experience will not be smooth and the database that will be added will not appear correctly. So always put the database title inside the search pages to be able to add it. Alongside this, if your database contains any relation properties, such as let's say database A or database B, which are connected with this main database, you also need to add database A and database B right inside the search pages. Okay, so make sure you're adding all the databases used, such as the main database and any relational databases, so that the PDF file created will have the relation and roller properties appear correctly right inside the PDF document. Okay, so having considered all these points, let's click on allow access, and now we will get access to the prayer sign up form database, which we can use for the automation steps. So it is loading up, and if you're not able to see your database appear over here, simply click on reload database. You can do it once or twice such that the databases get loaded up correctly. It is still not appearing, so I will just refresh my page once again. Sometimes it takes a while to load the database, so you can refresh the page and the database will now appear correctly. Okay, it has not yet come up. Let me try reloading once again. And now you can see the prayer sign up form visible over here. Click on this and the particular form properties will automatically appear at the bottom inside the mapping section. So you can see all the properties of the database appearing over here. Now what we need to do next is we need to add a document for the database, right? So we can click on add Google document. If you already have a prayer sign up template available on your drive, click on existing document and you can choose any existing document which you might have on your drive. Okay, I do not have any existing document available. So what I'll do instead is I will add a demo document. This creates a quick template with all the fields automatically mapped so that I can only create a PDF file directly out of it. So you can see all the placeholders are added up over here automatically. Let me remove this text which I do not need, and all the placeholders are automatically showing up over here. Okay, so we have all the fields that you see over here are automatically shown inside this document. So we have the email, first name, last name, phone number, question, respondent, everything that you see inside the database visible over here. What we need to do next is we need to define a PDF file name. So all the files that will be created will be stored as per the first name that we have over here. So I need to choose first name. You can choose any column. I will choose first name. And after this, if you scroll to the right side, you will have these two additional columns, generate PDF and PDF file. If any record is marked to ready to generate, the PDF file will be created for those specific records and it will store right over here. Okay. So two files are already marked as ready to generate, and now let me click on download PDF. But before that, if you want to manually add any property onto the document, click on copy over here, go to the document and put it anywhere. Okay, so it is mapped directly over here. Okay, so you can simply copy and use Control V or Command V on your keyboard to paste it. We can simply copy paste all the properties and it will automatically map live onto the document. My mappings are already done. so I do not need to map any more things over here. Okay, let me click on download PDF, and my files will be downloaded onto the downloads directory, and it will also be stored inside this PDF file column right over here. Okay, so let us wait for a few seconds. It is going to download, and you can see the first file is already out and it is already stored over here. Let me click on this, and you will be able to see the document with all the properties correctly added up over here. Okay, let's see the second record which we are going to open, and the second record also has all the properties that have been correctly added. So we have got two documents side by side which have all the properties correctly added up over here. Okay, now the beauty of this tool is once everything is set up, click on setup notion automation, and now this will automate the process of generating PDFs forever. This means you do not need to come back to PDF output ever again to set up this automation. Whenever a user clicks on submit and a new response comes up, you simply need to mark it as ready to generate, and the PDF will automatically be created right over here inside this PDF file column. So once you click on setup Notion automation, it automates this process forever. And as soon as a new record exists, you can simply put it to ready to generate, and the PDF will automatically appear over here for your use case. This makes it really easy and convenient to use, as you do not need to juggle between PDF output and the database to create PDFs, and no manual setup is ever needed. If you have any questions, use this chat bubble, send me a message. I'll be replying to you as soon as I see your messages. Or else you can use this contact section at the bottom of the home page where you can send me an email right away with your issues. You even have a free demo session available, so take this free demo session where I'll be guiding you through step by step